Do you want to be rich when you reach 18? Watch this video intentionally, and we will tell you how it's done. Greetings, fellow teens. We may be young, but we can act now as young as we are and maximize our youth to generate wealth and be on the advantage. Welcome to our YouTube channel, and let's explore how to get rich by understanding 8 reasons why teens should start investing. Today, when it comes to investing, a lot of us tend to ask this question: when is the right time to start investing? The most obvious answer that we'd hear is this: it's best if you can start investing at an early age as possible. But what age in particular? To most people, the ideal age to start investing would be the late teens or early adolescence. That's because this is the age range in which financial independence starts to take hold. Normally, kids at this age are compelled to become aware of their finances, so they won't squander their allowances or spend their hard-earned money, whether it's from a part-time job or other source of income, on any random, unnecessary thing. However, we should take into consideration that there's no one-size-fits-all answer on when one should start investing. That's because there are factors that should be considered, such as an individual's circumstances and financial goals. Nevertheless, all things considered, I'd say the ideal age would be the early teens, particularly those within the age of 13. Here's why. There is an incredible amount of information available to the young ones through the internet, particularly in social media, with regards to the significance of money and the act of investing in general. As long as they have constant access to that treasure trove of information on money and other investment practices on the internet, your 13 and 15-year-olds can start the habit of understanding the importance of investing and the concepts that go along with it. Among these concepts is the value of reward. Apart from that, there are also virtues, like discipline or responsibility, which your children may engender as they develop these habits. In this topic, we will discuss the 8 benefits teenagers can get if they start investing early. Investing early develops good financial habits. Starting to invest early instills good financial habits, especially among teenagers who are eager to engage in such an activity. It encourages regular saving, budgeting, and goal setting, essential skills that will benefit them throughout their life. Brain malleability is one of the reasons why it is ideal for kids to start investing in their early teens. In case you're wondering, yes, brain malleability is also known as brain plasticity or neuroplasticity. This is the brain's ability to change or adjust. As a result, this enables an individual to improve or develop their cognitive skills, as well as sharpen memory and concentration. Another benefit of neuroplasticity for the brain is that it helps individuals address any mental issues, such as depression or anxiety, and also promotes healing among adults who have experienced any form of trauma or injury. By developing the habit of financial awareness, your child also gets to instill skills related to anything that involves money or investment. Moreover, this early exposure to something such matters also helps improve their mental wellness, as it makes them more intelligent and responsible. In fact, there has been a study in Australia which concerns kids having to start investing at an early age. And mind you, the researchers of that study noted brain plasticity as one of the key reasons why children should start investing while in their early teens. Learning the benefits of compounding at an early age. One of the advantages of investing at an early age is that your children have a good head start to grow their money, thanks to the power of compounding. Since they get to start early in life, they also get to acquire bigger investment returns. Think of it as having a better head start. This means more advantageous as opposed to investing at a later time, like in their late teens or early adolescence, which is the usual norm. For those who aren't familiar with compounding, it's a concept that works like this. Say your 13-year-old invested $100 at a bank that has a compounding interest of 10%. After 1 year, that $100 would have gone up to $110. That's because 100x 0.1 or 10. Thus, $100 plus to per dollars, $110. In 2 years, your child would have around $121. Wait for another year, and that amount would have shot up to $133, and so on. Compounding is like a snowball rolling down a hill, gaining momentum as it goes. And it's best if your 13 or 15-year-old starts as early as possible, as this gives them a better head start. Encourages proper goal setting and focused achievement. The concept of aspiring for something good is what drives humans to strive for the best. It's also the core reason why we accept the notion of sacrifice as a benevolent act. That's because we are preparing for something greater than us, which is good. The same idea applies to investing. When your 13-year-old kid starts to invest his/her money, it isn't because they just want to. It's because they are preparing for something. and that compels them to sacrifice a particular resource or asset in the present to achieve something that they desire in the future. If you examine this concept closely, you will realize that investing helps your young teenage child to set goals. Now, if they're intent on fulfilling them, they will focus all of their efforts on achieving them. In other words, investing early in life empowers kids to draw plans for their future, whether it's to buy something they want, to prepare for their education, or to come up with an emergency fund and achieve them. Mind you, that is not a small feat, considering that their minds work at a different level compared to adults. Understand the value of money. To most of us, money is simply a tool that should be used when we want to buy something. While money gives you the power to purchase things, it is, however, exhaustible. It is a finite resource. It is not mined from some bottomless pit. Being aware of this fact can teach teenagers to understand why money is important and why they need to save it in the first place. With that, teenagers would find ways to strategically manage their money so they have something to use when the need arises. In addition, they will need to find ways to grow it, and they can do that by investing early. Cultivating patience and discipline. If there's one thing that you, or your teenage kid for that matter, need to know about investing, it's this: it takes time. Like change, successful investing does not happen overnight. You need to spend years or even decades before you can reap your earnings. Why? Remember the principle of compounding from earlier? Yes, for your money to grow bigger, you need a considerable amount of time for it to multiply through the power of compounding. That is one of the reasons why it's best to start as early, because it gives you a good head start. Regardless of the idea that there's only a few years gap between if, say, for instance, you plan to start investing once you reach 20. Now, when your kid invests their money, they should be prepared for the long haul. This means they should always set their perspectives on long-term growth. Here's why. Have you ever heard of the phrase delayed gratification? There's this social experiment that was conducted on kids by an American psychologist named Walter Mischel. This experiment was known as the marshmallow test. In this study, the kids were promised to be given treats in the form of a marshmallow, thus the name of the research. But there's a catch. If the children can wait for a certain period, they will be given more than one marshmallow. Otherwise, the impatient child would receive a lesser reward instead. This experiment showed that the children who exhibited what Mischel termed as a delay of gratitude performed well in high school and had high SATs. This goes to show that investing does not just help your kids' money grow, but it also helps them grow in character as well. Yes, waiting is difficult, but investing fosters patience. With it, your teenage kid will eventually learn the value of waiting. Gradually, they would develop discipline which would teach them how to further their patience. That's what you'll hear from most investors and traders. If you want to curb your impatience, start investing. This helps cultivate not just your patience and discipline that will help you reach your financial goals, but also other habits that will help you become successful in life. Understand the concept of risk and reward. The correlation between risk and reward is pretty much straightforward when it comes to investing. Normally, the higher the risk, the greater the reward or the returns. That is, if everything goes well. If not, then you could lose all the money that you have invested. The whole risk and reward thing is similar to a game that has different levels of difficulty. Learning to balance risk and reward is a valuable skill that will serve your child well throughout their financial journey. What this boils down to is that by understanding such concepts on investing like risk and reward, teenagers do not just develop responsibility and discipline, but they also learn prudence, restraint, and how to make informed decisions all the time. And those are skills that they can use elsewhere in their lives. Prepare for life's milestones. As mentioned earlier, investing isn't a short-term enterprise. It's an endeavor where you're in for the long haul. If you look at it from a certain perspective, you'll realize that this is extremely advantageous, especially if you're preparing for your future. Why? One word: milestones. Milestones are certain events in your life that you look forward to. Usually, milestones are celebratory since they are composed of your firsts. First car, first house, first time traveling abroad with friends. Now, imagine the sense of achievement your teen would have felt if they were able to buy their first car, say a Chevy Impala or a Pontiac Firebird. By starting to invest early in life, they learned how to become financially independent and not rely on borrowed funds. Apart from that, they learn how to align their goals with their finances. Like going to college, for example. College can be financially stressful. While a lot of teens plan on going to college, quite a number of them quit simply because of one thing: financial constraints. In fact, in 2022, the number of students in the US who dropped out of college due to financial constraints has risen to over 40%, which is both surprising and concerning. By preparing for the important events of their lives through investing, your teenage kids are, in a sense, laying out the brickwork that will help them lead a life that's free from the constraints of debts and financial incapacity. Moreover, because they know they are financially capable and independent, they have a sense of confidence within themselves, which can help build a positive character and well-being. Investing fosters financial independence. Among teens, do you still remember that time when you kept bugging your mom or dad to buy you something in the toy store? Not something you dwell on, right? Compare that memory to the moment you bought something using the money you saved. Felt good, didn't it? Bet it felt so good that it's become one of your most cherished memories. But why does it feel good to begin with? It has something to do with financial independence. Buying something with your own money shows that you are capable of getting what you want without asking for help from anyone. In the case of your teenage kids, knowing that they can purchase what they want is a form of power. That is, especially if they can do that without the external help from another individual, such as their parents. Such situations help build their confidence. And considering the life phase that they're in, confidence is an essential trait that they should have or learn to have. Other than that, your 13 or 15-year-olds also develop a sense of responsibility because being able to manage their money encourages accountability for financial decisions. It also fosters a proactive and mature approach to their finances. In conclusion, the journey of investing early in life is more than just a financial venture. It's a transformative process that molds teenagers into financially responsible and empowered individuals. Starting this journey during the formative years has multifaceted benefits, contributing to the development of crucial life skills and positive character traits. Additionally, investing early is a journey that goes beyond monetary gains, sculpting teenagers into individuals equipped with the skills, mindset, and confidence needed to navigate life's financial complexities. It's an investment not just in wealth, but in the holistic development of our future leaders and decision makers. Thanks for watching, and we hope that you will take action beyond listening and watching this video. Grab all the opportunities around you and be bold to make that huge difference in life. As they say, fortune favors the bold. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more of this compelling content. Hit that notification bell to let you know of any videos released for your viewing pleasure.